Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to have you here today. We're about to dive into a fascinating topic, the science of getting girls. This is a comprehensive guide to approaching women with confidence, respect, and genuine connection. We'll explore how behavioral psychology and social intelligence can help us understand and improve our interactions. Over the next slides, we'll cover key concepts, practical tips, and insights to make your journey more successful. So, let's get started. When it comes to approaching a woman in public, it shouldn't feel like you're taking a big risk or running a social experiment. Unfortunately, for many men, it does, because the wrong move can turn what should be a confident, attractive interaction into something uncomfortable or even alarming. Today's women are more aware than ever of personal safety, boundaries, and what your intentions might be. So, how you approach someone is just as important as what you actually say. In this part of the presentation, I want to emphasize that approaching with genuine confidence and respect is key. We're going to explore Courtney Ryan's advice, but through the lens of behavioral psychology, social intelligence, and understanding female emotional experience. The goal is to help you approach with authenticity so that your interactions feel natural and respectful, fostering real connections rather than misunderstandings. Remember, the way you approach can set the tone for how the entire interaction unfolds. Let's talk about making the approach make sense. Our brains are wired to relax when something feels relevant and familiar. So, if your opener doesn't match the environment or the situation, her instinctive defense system kicks in, and that creates a barrier right away. Now consider the wrong approach, like just walking up and saying, "Hi, can I have your number?" It's too direct, no rapport has been established, and there's no sense of comfort. It can feel abrupt or invasive. In contrast, the right approach is to start with what's around you. When you connect your opening to the shared environment, it creates an instant sense of familiarity. For example, imagine a guy at the pool who notices a woman reading. Instead of jumping straight to asking for her number, he simply asks about her book. That light, relevant question naturally sparks a conversation. This approach makes her feel safe, respected, and in control, key factors that encourage her to open up. The goal is to keep the conversation casual and easygoing at first. There's no pressure. When she feels in control of the contact, her fear response decreases and her curiosity increases. And ultimately, that makes her more comfortable with the idea of texting or staying in touch. So, the main takeaway is to start natural, contextual conversations that build rapport and trust, because that's what makes the approach effective and genuine. Let's talk about giving safe, smart compliments. Women often receive unsolicited comments, and many of these can be sexual or unsettling. So, the key here is safety first and always respecting boundaries. When you're thinking about complimenting someone, don't just go for what might seem obvious or personal in a way that could make her uncomfortable. For example, avoid comments like, "Your butt looks great in those jeans." That crosses a line and can feel objectifying. Instead, focus on genuine compliments about style, taste, or personality cues. For instance, you might say, "I love your jacket, where did you find it?" Or, "Your style is really cool. You seem like someone who knows all the best places around here." These types of compliments are respectful because they highlight choices she made, like her clothing or accessories, rather than her body. Remember, complimenting style or taste links to her identity and personality, which is much more appropriate. On the other hand, complimenting body parts can feel objectifying, which we want to avoid. So the takeaway is, always compliment what she chose, her clothes, her accessories, her style, rather than her physical features. This approach shows respect, keeps things safe, and helps build genuine connections. Confidence is contagious, and it's something women can actually feel before you even say a word. When you walk into a room with assured energy, it immediately sets a positive tone. So let's talk about confident body language, standing tall, shoulders open, that signals strength and self-assurance. A warm smile goes a long way, making you approachable and friendly. Keep your hands visible, not in your pockets, to appear open and engaged. Speaking in a calm, steady voice and maintaining direct eye contact also communicate confidence and trust. When you're relaxed, it naturally helps the other person relax too. her nervous system begins to settle, and that creates a more comfortable connection. Now, biologically, this works because humans naturally mirror each other's emotional cues. Confidence signals safety, which fosters openness. Conversely, a timid approach might come across as uncertain, leading to emotional shutdown. So, by projecting confidence, you're not just communicating words. You're creating a sense of safety and openness that encourages her to respond positively. All right, let's talk about reading the room, because social IQ really beats pickup lines every time. Every woman you meet is sending signals, whether they're clear green lights or red flags. It's crucial to recognize these cues so you can respond appropriately. Green lights are signs she's interested. She might smile back, give playful responses, ask questions about you, or keep her body open toward you. These are all positive signals that show engagement and comfort. On the flip side, red flags indicate disinterest. These include one-word replies, looking away constantly, stepping back, or saying things like, "I need to get back to my friends." When you see these cues, it's best to respect her space. So what's the high-value move if she's not into it? Simply say, "Totally understand, have an amazing day," smile, and walk away. Keep in mind, rejection isn't about humiliation. It's part of the process: repetition, experimentation, and building your social skills. Ultimately, the goal is to read the signals accurately and respond with confidence and respect. That's how you turn social interactions into opportunities for genuine connection. All right, let's talk about choosing the right moment. Environment plays a huge role in how comfortable both of you will feel. Picking better locations can really make a difference. Think about places like bookstores, coffee shops, or even gyms. If the vibe is right, like when there's mutual eye contact and cues that show interest. These spots tend to be more relaxed and conducive to good conversation. But just as important as the location is timing. You want to avoid moments when she's busy working, in a rush, or distracted by something else. And be especially cautious about approaching someone when she's in front of an audience or has people watching, like that awkward moment when a man asked a question in front of his parents. That creates pressure and can make things uncomfortable. The key rule here is that her attention must be free and unobligated. She should feel like she's not caught off guard or put on the spot. Timing and environment are everything when it comes to setting the stage for a positive interaction. Let's look at some real-life examples to understand what makes an approach successful or not. First, the successful approach, which I'll illustrate with a gym example. He noticed there was mutual attraction, so he approached her politely. He made sure to ask her name first, showing genuine curiosity about her as a person. Because of this respectful and sincere approach, she felt comfortable, which led to a positive conversation and ultimately exchanging numbers. Now contrast that with an unsuccessful approach, like in a restaurant scenario. She was working, so it wasn't the right moment. He asked her out loud in front of others, which created social pressure and discomfort. Even if he was confident, this kind of approach can backfire. The result was a negative memory for her, despite his confidence. The key takeaway here is that the way you approach someone can make all the difference. Respect, timing, and genuine curiosity create positive experiences, while putting someone on the spot often leads to discomfort. This connects to our overall theme: building confidence through respectful and thoughtful interactions. All right, let's wrap this up with the final takeaways. On this slide, I want to emphasize the key points that really matter when it comes to connecting effectively and respectfully. First, what works? Natural environment-based openers are a strong choice. They feel genuine and non-intrusive. Confidence combined with warmth is also crucial. It shows you're interested but approachable. Reading signals carefully and gracefully bowing out if there's disinterest helps maintain respect and comfort. Giving your number confidently, when the moment is right, can leave a positive impression. Now, what doesn't work? Randomly approaching someone with a "Hi, can I get your number?" out of context often comes off as pushy or insincere. Demanding her early or pushing after clear disinterest is a big no-no. Also, avoid nervous, timid, or overly aggressive energy. It can be off-putting. Respect for safety and comfort is paramount. sexual comments, or invading personal space are no-go zones. Remember, the goal is to connect authentically and respectfully, and these points highlight what to do and what to avoid to achieve that. All right, let's talk about the formula for successful connections. It all starts with curiosity. You want to genuinely be interested in the person you're approaching. That curiosity naturally leads to building comfort. When someone feels comfortable, they're more open to engaging with you. From there, connection happens. It's that moment when both people feel at ease enough to explore the possibility of something more. Now, here's the key point. If you skip straight to contact without building that curiosity and comfort first, you're likely to face a high failure rate. People can tell when you're rushing or just trying to get something from them, and that creates resistance. But if you focus on building comfort first, the success rate skyrockets. Approaching women isn't about tactics or tricks to get what you want. It's about creating a true moment where both of you feel relaxed and open enough to explore what could happen next. So remember, it's a step-by-step process. Curiosity sparks interest, comfort deepens that interest, connection solidifies the moment, and contact becomes natural and welcomed. That's how genuine interactions happen.